What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. And here we are with the third shot. Just one shot back now. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
This looks good. Oh, that's a clutch par.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get off this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Pretty sure that one's headed left. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This would be a great up and down. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. An important par save.
Not sure if they read that the way they were expecting.
This is... I can't believe what I just saw there. It seems surreal. This is crazy.
The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Now 4 back after that hole. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. This shot from around 210 yards. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Going with the 4-iron here. Exit. Stays left even. And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Wow, that almost went in the hole. An opportunity to make a par here.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
And in it goes for the par. Trailing by 4 strokes. The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Opting for the 9-iron. Good shot there, Beamer. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
Oh, well played. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. He's currently tied for 9th.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Water becomes a real feature here in the final 9 holes at TPC Scottsdale. Here we are exposed to it at 11.
Second shot at 11 is very difficult. Water hugging the left-hand side. The bunker fronting the green is no fun. The one in the back part of the green is no fun. Anything out to the right is just fine.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
That's outstanding. What a putt. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. Currently at -3 for the event.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Opting for the 4-iron here. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
They don't look to be dressed appropriately for their heading to the beach. Playing their 4th shot. He's 2 shots back. Time for the 5th shot. 2 strokes off the lead. 4 feet to the cup.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
That gets the job done. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job one is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green, or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Opting for the 3-iron here. That should find the sand. Not able to find the green in two, but a bold play.
Didn't quite have the distance to get there, but left themselves in a good spot.
Putting for birdie here. Was on a good line. That'll sting a bit.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
A par putt awaits.
Yep, tracking well.
And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Time now for the 4th shot. Seven feet to the cup. This one started out on a good line. There it is. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Opting for the 3-wood. Well, not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there and that'll be a pretty good hole. Might it be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Right by the hole. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the stadium hole, par 3 16th. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Just needs this one to kick right. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Ooh. Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in one, you never know, you could make it two.
Attaboy, good shot. Sitting at 2 over par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? It's just about 3 feet away.
These are on rails, looking good.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water has it down the left-hand side, and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get it the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. That's in the sand. That's disappointing from one bunker to the next. And here we are with their 4. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And that will do it for this player today. And as we recap the day's results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the action today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
When they last played, Xander had the edge, so I expect someone has something extra to prove out there this week.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. And he's down there. You got to read?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
That will drive you bats.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. He's currently in a share of 6th. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
This one's right of the green.
Left yourself an opportunity. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 6 feet remaining to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Good-looking putt. Yeah, you'll take that. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the 3rd hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Why not take another look at that effort?
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
He's in a share of 5th position. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 4th has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
A par putt on the table.
This is on a great line.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently 1 under for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
This lie's not great. That's the right option. Put it back in play. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill. Bit of extra juice needed.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Going with the 5-iron here. Oh, better be careful out there. It's danger. It's heading left, isn't it? They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 back from the leader. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Ooh. A double bogey putt in front of them. Currently at +1 for the day.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
When you come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That was a gallant attempt. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
That's pretty tidy. And that'll be a bogey. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
And here we are with the third shot.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Going with the 8-iron here. That's a little wayward.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
This is their 5th shot. Here's their 6th shot. This is a triple bogey attempt here. And nicely holed. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Yeah, oh, no, this one's left.
That's not the shot they're after.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Wow, what a save.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far, Rich.
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Oh, some smiles here, a bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, what a super shot. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Everybody likes going to the beach, except for now.
This would be a great up and down. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Oh well, you got a chance to improve on the next one. 6th shot coming up. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. This putt is about 8 feet. That's frustrating. Okay, so that finishes that hole. Currently at +9 for the day. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
That will work. Sitting at 9 over par. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Nice out the rough here.
Oh, well done. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. The 14th, your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Big putt for par coming up. Oh, so close. This is a bogey putt coming up. Sitting at 10 over par for the day.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Oh, that was flushed. Playing from around 160 yards.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, what a shame it didn't drop. But that looked good the whole way. That's untimely. Back-to-back bogeys as we head down the stretch.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. It's on a great line. Oh, that's a great save. What an effort.
And a nice, tidy save from the greenside bunker. Nice par.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
And going with driver off the deck with this shot. Where did that come from? That's not his style. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Playing their 4th shot. Playing their 5th shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. 7 feet to the cup.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
Wow, what happened there?
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. It's tracking. And that brings a close to this event. And that'll do it for today. Great day all round, wouldn't you say, partner?
Lovely being alongside you as well, Luke.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, that's a great approach shot. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And that will drop in for a birdie.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
This one's a par 3. And choosing the 8-iron here.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Surely it's going to.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
He's currently in a share of top spot. Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. This hole is a par 4.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Well, I like the way this person's playing. Birdies all over that scorecard.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
Going with the 8-iron here. A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He sits in first position. The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Luke, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. As this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Hey, nice looking line. But what a start. This is impressive.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Well, that's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Sitting at 5 under par in their round. Outright first here. Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
This is a par putt. Be the ball, Danny. No. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Oh, look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Well, let's hope this one draws a good lie, because it's not going to be on the fairway. No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, just missed. Putting for a bogey. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. We've reached the 8th hole. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it? Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Was on a good line. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. 1 win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. Getting ready to play their 3rd. He shares top spot. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will take him to 4 under. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Ooh, well done. Got a lot of that. What about Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. He's got this for his par.
This one's dialed in. I like that kind of fight. That shows resilience.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
We have a par 3 on this one. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here.
They've decided to club up.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. This one's for birdie.
Starts off on a good line.
And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will take him to 5 under. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up-and-down birdie.
This shot from 120 yards. Currently leading by 2. That was wonderfully done. An opportunity for a birdie here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
What a disappointment. And in it goes. And after that hole, leading Patrick Cantlay by a stroke. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Well, that's a handy shot. Yeah, that one will play. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Oh, what a stroke. Oh, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will move him to 6 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Opting for the 5-iron. Unable to find the green on this one.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Time now for the 4th shot. A 9-foot chance here. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Silly bogey at the last to see if they can bounce back after that.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Opting for the 6-iron. This one might roll into the rough. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? And a par putt awaits him. Not a bad line, this. The putt drops, now at 5 under, heading down the stretch.
With just a small sliver of a lead, this could go any different direction down the stretch.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
If it's up, it could be in. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Putting for par. Looks good off the blade. Solid par putt, that. And after that hole, you currently lead Patrick Cantlay by a shot.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Every Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, a massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie. This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
Getting ready to play their third. He leads the field by a stroke. And here we are with their fourth. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. He finds himself in a share of the lead. And this player now tees off on their final hole of the event, tied for the lead.
Luke, there are some anxious moments out there. It would not shock me at all to see this go to a playoff.
This shot coming from around 220 yards. Good choice. Going with the 3-iron. That swing didn't deserve a good reward. This should head into the rough. The equation's pretty simple. Chip this in and win the tournament. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And now this to win the Northern Shore Open. Okay, steady now. Oh no, that's a heartbreaker.
And Luke, they need this putt now to force a playoff.
And there it is, Rich. We're going to extra holes now. Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Oh, and this tournament deserved it, Luke. So good all day long.
Well, let's begin this sudden death playoff for the championship.
Oh, such an exciting day, Luke. Let's get into it.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Time for the second shot on the 18th. This one looks to be a tad wayward. He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
This is like a bad lie with a bit of grilled bad lie on top, sprinkled with dashings of bad lie.
That ball looked a little thirsty. Oh, Rich, that's got a sting. A chance for the victory, but it goes begging.
Nope, always a tough pill to swallow, losing in any way, but losing in a playoff, ooh, that stings.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
When they last played, Xander had the edge, so I expect someone has something extra to prove out there this week.
Yes, well, I don't want to cop any flack for this one, but Xander's going to kill you softly all around the course. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Second shot here on the first. And here we are with the third shot. Playing their fourth shot. Time for the fifth shot. Ooh, that almost went down. You don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. Ouch, that's not the way they intended to start their day, Rich.
Nope, it looked like you were out there, Luke. Lucky to get away with a double bogey.
The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
A 7-footer right here.
This is what they have left for par.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this next putt, it's for bogey. This one's looking good. Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hold. Sitting at 3 over for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Playing this shot from 120 yards.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right.
Yep, looks like they pushed it. Pushed it real good.
That's a touch of class.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Currently at +3 for the
leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That's a little untidy. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Pretty good shot there.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Not the result they were after there.
Oh, a dead push with that one.
Okay, phase one complete. You've got to make a good putt here. And he needs this to save par.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Trailing by 7 after that hole. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
This is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. That's tiny. 7 feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee, great recovery.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to be back on the green. A birdie putt awaits. Nice line. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Great looking shot, this. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. How close was that to going down? Par putt coming up here. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
Breeze straight into him.
That one's heading out to the right. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Yeah, that's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Big par saver coming up for this fella.
He has to hold this in order to tie with Xander Schauffele.
Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the first cut.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
This is what they have left for a par.
Go in. That's outstanding. What a putt. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated. That dog will hunt.
More chance to sneak inside top 20 in the standings here with this putt. Ooh, right by the hole. And that should secure the par on this one.
Now, with any luck, they can hold this and manage to leave Xander Schauffele behind. Get some momentum here.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid. Opting for the 9-iron.
Really great work sticking the green from that lie.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Well done. That shot so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
He finds himself currently tied for 12th. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th. Just a bit outside into the rough.
Getting ready to play their third. That got caught up in a few of the branches. He'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. That was a gallant attempt. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. That's a bogey, but not a bad putt. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. And here we are with the third shot. That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Judging it beautifully.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Little birdie looking here.
Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a par now. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. For the par. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
2 over for the day. Oh, that one just missed the hole. He has this putt to save his par. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Time now for the 4th shot.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
Going with the 3-iron. So I might need to set. Well struck. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
And this putt is for a final score of 74. And another round safely in the books. Well, there you have it, Henny. This player was unable to take them down before, but now they've finally done it. They've won this rivalry.
Indeed they have, Luke. If at first you don't succeed, try again. They took that saying to heart and they came out on top.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. He's in a tie for 14th place. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Opting for the 3-iron here.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Oh, how about that one? He's in a share of 3rd place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing. Nothing good out to the right. This is in trouble.
Second shot here on the 3rd. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. At -2, going along nicely today.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Second shot here on the 4th. This one's going right at the pin here. That was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Absolutely. In there close. Good look at birdie coming up.
Always nice to hold those for birdie. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Nicely done. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
This putt coming up is for birdie. This one's online. Yes, they've made it. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. And the putt drops, and we're moving on.
The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods.
The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Okay, as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roar is usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
And coming up well short.
Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card.
And there it is.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. There's some bird course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Getting ready to play their third.
Just 3 strokes back.
This putt to move into a share of second place.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place behind Tiger Woods.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14th.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot, but if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Well, that should find the bunker. Let's see what happens here from the pine straw. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. Nice little par putt here.
Just 2 shots off the pace with a few to play.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Rich, that was a great time to pull off a play like that.
Absolutely, Luke. Trailing by 2, you can tie the lead if should they make the putt.
Putting for eagle here.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
Almost snatched the eagle there. That would have been huge. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods.
Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole.
And that'll do it, Rich. Players' Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players' Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
And Henning, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here,